The Newseum Institute has released its annual State of the First Amendment survey. USATODAYSTUART, Florida, a coalition of powerful organizations as well as two former U.S. Deputy Attorneys General are rallying behind a 77-year-old environmental activist and sister of Janet Reno, the late Clinton administration Attorney General, in her fight against a $4.4 million jury award that they say stifles her free speech rights. Maggie Herchala's case affects every person who wants to hold elected officials accountable, and the appeal of her civil liability is critically important, said President Barbara Peterson of the First Amendment Foundation. The coalition, which also includes the Sierra Club and American Civil Liberties Union, filed a brief Sept. 21 in the 4th District Court of Appeal in West Palm Beach, Florida, supporting Herchala's right to criticize the government. If Maggie wins, and I think she will, people and companies will think twice about threatening those of us who don't agree with them, Peterson said. They need to know they can't stop us simply through intimidation or the threat of a lawsuit. Sept. 3. Myanmar court sentences Reuters reporters to 7 years in jail April 6. What the First Amendment protects, and what it doesn't. March 29. Man who complained about town's rancid odor wins free speech. Sweether battle dates to 2013 when Lake Point Restoration, a company that put together a public-private rock mining and water treatment project near Lake Okeechobee, sued Herchala, a former Martin County commissioner who left office in the 1990s, for interfering with a contract it had with the county government. The company that Miami billionaire George Lindemann Jr. owns based its case largely on emails Herchala sent to elected officials in her fight against the project. Herchala warned officials that the quarry would destroy wetlands and urged them to break the contract. In February, after 5 years and some 75,000 pages of court filings, a Martin County Circuit Court jury found Herchala liable for contract interference. Feb. 25. Rich white boy back before High Court arguing for free speech. Dec. 27. Judge, conservative group can use Michigan Teachers Union info. Legal team for her appeal includes former U.S. Deputy Attorneys General David W. Ogden and Jamie S. Gorelick. In joining the case, the organizations supporting Herchala told the appeals court that Herchala did not receive a fair trial. The trial court should have required Lake Point's attorneys to prove Herchala acted with ill will, hostility and the evil intention to defame and injure their client, lawyers said in the filing. Instead, the 6-person jury was instructed to find in favor of Lake Point if they believed Herchala intentionally lied to commissioners, no matter her motivation with regard to Lake Point. June 2017, Murray Energy sues John Oliver, HBO over coal industry story. November 2016, sister remembers Janet Reno as lover of Florida outdoors. The friend of the court brief represents the arguments of 8 organizations: the ACLU, the Bruckner Center for Freedom of Information, the First Amendment Foundation, the Florida Press Association, the Florida Society of News Editors, the League of Women Voters of Florida, Natural Resources Defense Council and the Sierra Club, as well as Riviera Beach activist Fane Losman. Meanwhile, Lake Point has made it clear that it is serious about collecting the $4.4 million and has doggedly investigated Herchala's bank accounts and searched for a copy of her will. In July, Lake Point seized Herchala's 2004 Toyota and 2 kayaks. On Thursday, Peterson described the company's actions as harassment but noted Herchala has the rare fortitude to continue fighting. August 2016, police rarely enjoy same free speech rights as civilians. August 2016, Nick Denton files for bankruptcy after Hulk Hogan jury award. Herchala admits the case has affected her life, though not in the way Lake Point intends. She said, "I'd rather be kayaking," Herchala said Tuesday. "But how many 77-year-old ladies get to defend the First Amendment? I think it's an honor. The support she's received feels absolutely wonderful," Herchala said. "This morning I found a kayak in my front yard with a note that said, 'To Maggie, from the people who love you,'" Herchala said. The point of a lawsuit like Lake Point's is to make the victim miserable and to scare other people. So far, they have not made me miserable, and they certainly don't seem to have scared people. Follow Lisa Broad on Twitter, @LisaBroad. Read or share this story, https://usat.ly/2L4ip.